Big Furball or Big Dud? Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the comic book history of Sasquatch to see if Kabam did him justice in his Mcoc counterpart. So first, let's talk about Sasquatch. No, not this Sasquatch. This Sasquatch. Now, Walter Lankowski met Bruce Banner at Penn State University, where they were studying physics and gamma radiation. During his time as a professor, Walter invested a lot of time and money into gamma radiation in order to help Banner, because at this point in time, Banner had then become the Hulk. Now, he became involved with Department H, where he met James McDonald Hudson, aka Guardian, we'll get into that in a minute, who provided him with an Arctic lab to pursue his research in gamma radiation. Now, Walter wanted to create, necessarily under controlled circumstances, the accident that turned Bruce Banner into the Hulk. Now, he performed the experiment on himself, bombarding himself with gamma radiation, and in doing so, he turned himself into a 10-foot tall orange furred beast. What Walter didn't actually know, though, was he actually shattered an interdimensional barrier where he made contact with the entities known as the Great Beasts. Now, Walter's body was fused with the essence of the Great Beasts of Tanarak, effectively becoming said beast, but with Walter's mind in control. Then Guardian offered him a position with the team, and Alpha Flight was born. Now, during a mission to defeat Caliber, things came kind of to a head when Snowbird, who was actually on a mission to defeat the Great Beast, attacked Sasquatch and ripped out his heart, which destroyed his physical form, technically, and Alpha Flight went on to the realm of the Great Beasts to rescue his soul. Now, his soul was actually recovered, but was forced, excuse me, to inhabit Roger Bach's box armor. Now, later, the Sorcerer of Pestilence, oops, there we go. The Sorcerer of Pestilence, using Snowbird's recently deceased body, crashed into Alpha Flight's headquarters, and, well, a battle ensued, and long story short, Sasquatch inhabited the body of the deceased Snowbird and would then turn into a female whenever he switched out of the quote-unquote Sasquatch form. Now, the Sorcerer Pestilence was defeated, and then this led Sasquatch to steal the Pestilence, the Talisman's Coronet of Power, but before it could be delivered, Snowbird's mystical form then was returned to normal, and Sasquatch was actually turned into a male form and returned him to the orange, you know, furry, loving guy that we know today. Now, following the events of M-Day, the collective made its way across Canada, killing all of Alpha Flight, except for Sasquatch, and then this led Sasquatch to the Wrecking Crew. There we go, the Wrecking Crew, who took Sassy to the realm of the Great Beast. Now, because all of Alpha Flight was dead, Sassy was then possessed by Tanarak yet again in the realm of the Great Beast, and also a horde of demons. Now, Sassy continued to battle for Canada, and during Chaos War, the deceased members of Alpha Flight were brought back to life thanks to help from the Chaos King. Now, it wasn't just them. A bunch of deceased Marvel characters who we all know and love today were also brought back then as well. Now, Sasquatch continued to battle for Canada, and like I said, so he's got some kind of cool powers. He's had a lot of run-ins with a lot of different characters, including the Thing, a lot of the Fantastic Four members, obviously a lot of the X-Men, and some of the mystical foes as well. So now that we know a little bit about Sasquatch, let's get into his powers and abilities. And Sasquatch, clearly, without a doubt, is a pretty strong character, right? Now, he is technically one of the strongest heroes, with the strength of that rivaling Hulk. Not necessarily when Hulk is like super aggro, right? Now, he does have a high endurance due to a healing factor. He's got sharp claws, which can cut through materials such as stone, wood, flesh, and even some metals. He has superhuman senses, agility, and stamina. So now that we know a little bit about the comic book version of Sasquatch, let's see see if his MCOC counterpart does him justice. And I gotta say, Kabam actually did a really good job in matching Sasquatch to how he is in the comics. There's only a few things that I would change, and the first thing that I would change is he shouldn't only just inflict rupture. While I do like this debuff, it is kind of a cool little mechanic, since no one is technically rupture immune as of yet. But I feel like he should only rupture those champions who are bleed immune. So any champion that can bleed, he should bleed, and only champions that are bleed immune, he should inflict a rupture on. Now, with that being said, with the Wrath of Tanarak, when he enters that phase, that is where the most of his damage comes from, and as it should, since Tanarak was a great beast who essentially fused with Walter in the comics. So I think that is a really good, you know, comparison there. As for some of the other things, the regen is nice. He does have a healing factor. He does have kind of an endurance. So adding in a Punisher-like endure mechanic would have been nice. I think that would have been an extra little boost to help him out a little bit. Or maybe instead of an endure, he gets like a little bit more damage when he gets lower in health, kind of like Hulk's mechanic. I think that would have been a neat little thing to add into the game. Now, also, since he's got superhuman senses, which most champions in the comics do, right? They have kind of a superhuman sense. It would have been neat to give him some sort of mechanic where he can almost evade incoming attacks when he's in a certain phase. So maybe when he's in the Wrath of Tanarak, he's got a 50% chance to evade like a projectile. I think that would have been cool, kind of giving him like a Daredevil type mechanic. But overall, Kabam did a really good job in matching Sasquatch to how he is in the comics, which I'm pleasantly pleased with. Like I said, there could have been a little bit of tweaks here and there, but overall, Kabam did good on this one, so I can't be too upset about that. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the comic book history of Sasquatch? Did you know who he was before he entered the contest? Do you think Kabam did him justice for his MCOC counterpart for how he is in the comics? Or do you think they fell flat? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.